My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it. Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
And welcome inside the home of the Cosmos, Hamtramck. And they'll welcome in Arbor PreP as it's the Gators and the Cosmos tonight from Hamtramck. Hello again, everybody. Chad Bush here alongside Austin Sonnenberg. And we've got independent basketball. These two teams play independent, no league. Next year, it'll be the charter league for the Cosmos, Austin. But this year, they're taking on Arbor PreP in a battle between a 10-8 club and a 10-5 team. What could you tell us about Hamtramck and the Cosmos and that record matching their capabilities?
You know, they started a little slow this season. They came out a little slow, but they've picked it up, and they've really come on strong in these last few games. And, you know, Coach Foster believes that their guys are ready to play anytime, any game, any night, and that they can match up with anybody in the state. And I'm anxious to see how they match up with this Arbor PreP team.
Meanwhile, Arbor PreP, a team that we talk about emerging, 10 wins, kind of a sneaky independent. They've got their talents as well, and a youngster that's led them in scoring.
Yeah, Ken White Jr., I mean, he's a great shooter. The coach says he can step out and knock down from just about anywhere. You know, he's a bit undersized, so he kind of uses that to his advantage, coach says, and, you know, gets to spots that people don't really expect him to take shots from. But Jaden Edwards is really their motor, and he's, you know, the point guard of this team. He was really forced into a leading scorer role last year and has carried that on into this year and becoming a real facilitator and leader for this team.
All right, Cosmos, that great backcourt with Tyron Jackson, Devin Mixon, and Carry-On Polk. We'll have more on the other side of this timeout. DJ Foster is next.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Welcome back to Hamtramck High School as we get set for Hamtramck against Arbor PreP. It's the birthday bench boss, DJ Foster. 47 years young today. First off, happy birthday.
Thank you.
From our friends at Dutch Drill Donuts, we'd like to offer you a dozen.
Thank you.
A nice dozen donuts in there, a baker's dozen. Enjoy those. Listen, this has been a season of ups and downs for you guys, but this appears to be the time that you guys are starting to peak right now. I know 10-8 in the official scorebook, 10-6 on the court. Tell us about this season and how it's gone so far, DJ.
Ups and downs. Basically ups and downs. But we're peaking now. I did do a tough schedule for them in the beginning. I didn't want them to come in thinking, I was trying to prepare for later, early.
Sure.
So, yeah, we had some tough games that we lost, but we lost those games. We weren't getting beat. We lost those games. But, you know how life is. You have to learn from your mistakes. So now I feel like my guys have learned from their mistakes, and they're ready to rock and roll. Then we hit an injury bug. 2 or 3 guys out at one time, 2 of them starters. So, you know, but next man up mentality. So we rolling now, so we good.
This has always been a defensive-minded team. You'll accept nothing less. You've got another gritty group that wants to get down and get in the stance and defend, and we know that's where things start. Tell us who we can expect to lead the way on the defensive end for you guys.
Devin Mixon, Carry-On Pope, Curtis Jackson. Those guys, those 2 guards, Devin Mixon and Carry-On Pope, I'll put them 2 against anybody. They're going to pick up 94 feet, and they tough. So, yeah, it's going to be a long night.
It's a deep tradition here at Hamtramck High School. I know you're a proud graduate, and this is a program right now that you've been in charge for a dozen years. Tell us about where the program's at right now, where you guys are headed, and what's left in this 2025 season.
Well, normally we've been a guard-oriented team. So now with the transition that's going on now, I have a 6'5", 6'7", and a 6'10" kid. So now we transition into the big man game. But, you know, normally we guard 10 guards, keep running them at you, big, strong guards. But our transition now is becoming inside out instead of outside.
One of the new guards, one of the new faces on the scene, Tyron Jackson.
Yes.
Talk about Tyron and his ability to score the basketball.
Tyron is one of those kids that you only see a couple times a year. Where he came from, it wasn't a lot. He wasn't getting a lot of notoriety, but it was still the same numbers. But could score on all 3 levels. Strong kid, very athletic, and he opens eyes everywhere he go. Everywhere he go, when we leaving, hey man, that number 4 is something else. So he's ready. He's ready to showcase his talents on this stage right now. Coach, I can't wait till the prep get here. They got to see me. So, it's a good look.
What are you looking to get done tonight against Arbor Prep?
Well, discipline, being disciplined. We're gearing up for the districts, and we have, I think the toughest district in the state. But
I second that.
We're just gearing up, trying to work on what things we need to work on. And Arbor Prep is going to show us different looks. They're going to zone, they're going to press, they're going to run and jump. So it's just seeing where our guys at mentally, and that's where we will come in. We're working on the mental aspect of it. Wins and losses is wins and losses, but we're just trying to work on our mental aspect and do the right things. So, and doing their job, because that's our motto, do your job. So guys got to do their job.
DJ Foster's teams have done their job in the past. Former Coach of the Year, Division I, DJ Foster, will lead his group against Arbor Prep tonight. Thanks for having us back.
Thank you, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hope you can enjoy your birthday and your donuts later when things are easier to
I gotta have them for the kids. They gonna get them.
Thanks for the egg rolls as well.
No problem.
Corned beef egg rolls.
Thank you, Asian corned beef.
DJ Foster, one of the real good ones, and we'll have more on the pregame coverage of Hamtramck against Arbor Prep. Glad to bring it to you. Back with more right after this.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
All right, the Arbor Prep Gators 10-5 on the year. They'll start with Jaden Edwards, their point guard, Justin Monroe at one of the wing spots. KJ Roberts, a 3-year starter, one of the wings at 6'4". Ken White Jr., a 10th grader, and Zach Bird-Berry are the starters for Arbor Prep. We'll get to the Cosmos right now. Karion Polk, the guy they call Duty, starts at one of the guard spots. Devin Mixon, tough defensive-minded guard. Tyron Jackson, a great addition, a guy that can really aggressively score the basketball. Gabe Mills in that starting lineup, 3.5 GPA. They like his athletic ability. And the big Curtis Flagg at 6'7", the junior, the big man, wiry, motory. And we've got basketball for you. Hamtramck right to left, Arbor Prep with some active hands. And the Cosmos on the push in black to the rack. Shot up high off the glass, no. And the Gators come away clean. Throw ahead looking for KJ Roberts, and it's blocked from behind. It was pinned by Flagg. Cosmos on the run and fouled going up. But that's the Cosmo defense creating offense.
Man, I tell you, Chad, that's some athleticism. That is some athleticism right there. I mean, just get up and pin it, please.
Man, it sets up his teammate. This is Gabe Mills, a late addition to the starting lineup. 3 sports star, football, basketball, and baseball. A smooth operator, can score, can pass. And as you saw there, he could try to finish. It wasn't his fault, he got hammered.
Yeah, definitely crafty going to the lane there.
Yeah, and that's what this Cosmo offense wants to do. Score in transition, right, off of their turnovers. They'll do other things. What else can we look for the Cosmos offensively, and how will they get their points?
Well, you know, talking to Coach Foster, he says they like to spread the ball out. They like to go 5 out and just push the ball as much as they can. You know, you just mentioned it. Transition's the biggest part of their game, and that's really where they thrive. I mean, that's Hamtramck at their best. We've seen it the last few years. When they play good basketball, they are just flying up and down the court.
10-8 on the year, 10-6 though on the court. 2 of those losses were forfeits after some, whatever. Not going to get into it, but things that just didn't go their way with some players, and they end up taking L's. DJ Foster says, well, we own it. There's a high active hands. Gators hold on. KJ Roberts clears. Now back to Jaden Edwards. Leading scorer from last year, Ann Arbor Huron transfer. Very talented, second leading scorer this year at 15 a game. Down low, it's KJ Roberts attacking. He's the rim runner, heady kid. Shows in those rec specs that he's smart, and he is. He'll go line right. Here's his attack, Austin.
Yeah, he gets to the basket really well. Coach talks about him, and he says nonstop, this guy just has the motor that does not quit. He just goes. And that's all they need from him is just defense and rebounding. The scoring is just an added bonus.
13 points a game, the scoring, an underrated part of his game, but he does miss the first free throw. Smart kid, 3.94. And one of the team captains, he's going to play at the next level, mainly NAIA offers so far. Tough luck bounce out, 1-0 on a solo shot in the top of the first. 6:39 to go. The home team Cosmos looking to give their head coach a win on his birthday. Happy birthday to DJ Dennis Foster, 47 years young. So grateful to be in his gym once again. Gabe Mills to trigger. Around a zone, top side, 3-ball, in and out. Tough living roll for Tyron Jackson, the transfer from Centerline Prep. No field goals yet, Austin.
No, but they'll come. They'll come. It's slow start, but you'll see it. The athleticism out on the court, it's just going to lead to bucket after bucket.
It doesn't there, but it should have. Jaden Edwards, meanwhile, the other way. Kick back, shot blocked again. And that's the long wire. 2 shots line right. 2 shots line right. Game still looking for its first field goal.
Yeah, you can tell that Arbor Prep is a very similar style team to Hamtramck. They want to get out and run all the same. So this game is going to be an absolute battle of just, you know, who's in the better shape, who's going to hit more shots. And right now, obviously, nobody's hitting any shots, but there's a lid on the basket for both teams.
Crossover, attack down the avenue, shot up short, offensive rebound by Bird Berry, and a jump ball, and it's going to go back the other way to the Cosmos, who have yet to allow a field goal.
Yeah, this defense, it's a scramble defense, but, you know, Havoc defense can be the best defense. If you're playing a team that doesn't take care of the ball very well, which Arbor Prep typically does, but, you know, they're struggling a little bit early, and you can tell that the pressure's getting to them. Yep.
Tough schedule for DJ and his boys. There's an interception picked off. KJ Roberts the other way. Flip back to Monroe. His lay-in good. That's Justin Monroe, the junior at 6'1", who breaks the seal in this game with 5:20 to go. Throw ahead to Carion Polk. His friends call him Duty. Kick out, 17-footer. No good. Ball loose. Active hands by the Cosmos. Keep it alive. Flag rejected by the rim. And some distraction by Bird Berry at 6'4".
And he is working on those boards, though. Flag's getting after those rebounds.
Yep. 15-footer heels out 2-1. The Road Gators on top. Both are independents. This is Mixon, the senior guard. Kick back, top side, dead spot right. 3, in and out. And Flag couldn't save it. Oh, yes, he could. Well, the officials, well, they'll say it stays with the Cosmos, but how about the active offensive rebounding by Hamtramck?
Yeah, it's just effort. Right now, it's all Flag. I mean, he's just showing effort after effort on every single play.
Yep. Mills around the zone, this 2-3. Dangerous pass. Dead spot left, 3 on the way. Short from Polk, rebound Gators. And Hamtramck 0 of 9 from the floor to start a nightmare offensive beginning for the home Cosmos, rather. Pardon me. Foul at midcourt. That's the aggressive on-ball defending of Devin Mixon, one of their best and their top leader.
Yeah, you mentioned it's 0-9 for the Cosmos to start. It's 1 of 7 for Arbor Prep. So you know, like we said, lid on the basket for both teams. We'll see who can pry it off first.
Cosmos go to their bench. They'll bring in a couple of fresh faces. And number 12, TJ Evans checks in, one of their shooters. The Gators also go to the Pine. And they bring in Avi Jimenez. Ball loose, Cosmos on the run, transition, got a man leaking out ahead. That's Polk, laying good. The Cosmos get their first points, and they've got their first lead with 3:40 left.
Man, that is a strong finish for a little man.
5'9", and he's got kind of an old man's game, as coach says. Flag, meanwhile, is checked out for the Cosmos, and they have checked into the lineup Jaden Smith, their 6'5" junior. Austin, here's another look at the bucket and the runner by Polk.
Yeah, that's an impressive finish. Being able to elevate above these guys on Arbor Prep, they got some tough interior defenders too.
Yep. This is Ken White Jr., 17 points a game, 37% from downtown. Still a lot of room for improvement for the 10th graders. Started 23 games a year ago, and he splashes twice here to give the Gators the lead. Also in for the Gators is Jalen Rambis at 6'1". Dead spot left, 3, Splash City. That's Tyron Jackson, 3-level scorer. You see the distance there. He's put up 25 points, average his last 3, Austin.
Yeah, we'll see if that gets this team going. Tyron's missed a couple already, but I mean, that's the first one he buries, and you love to see one go in.
You already see that defense buzzing. And the active hands by Jaden Smith at 6'5" off the bench. DJ Foster says, we're a deep team.
Yeah, that's a great shot there. Just to pull up right in your face, say, I got this.
1 of 4 from downtown. Cosmos get a steal on the run. Sharon Sugar laying good. That's Carry-On Polk from Devin Mixon. And the Cosmos enjoying their largest lead.
Man, it's a joy to watch them run in transition, isn't it?
Yep.
They just fill the lanes so perfectly.
Spacing's important in that. And they've got another opportunity here. 2-on-1, bounce pass, right hand lay-in. Everything was beautiful, but the finish. I know you love that bounce pass in the paint.
It's perfect. It's just perfect.
3-ball White, no good. Big boy rebound hauled in by Jackson, and here he comes on the run. And that one saved to the backcourt. Cosmos will reset right to left in black.
Yeah, Coach McKinney did mention that Ken White down on the other end, you know, he will shoot it from anywhere. You know, like, step inside this white line and he'll pull up.
He showed that range already. Cosmos coming off a win over Detroit Cristo Ray, 64-17, back on the 31st of last month. 4-point lead, 2 minutes left. Gators left to right. They have just 1 field goal and 8 attempts. Make it 1 and 9. Throw out. Cosmos on the run. Fast, hard outlet from Jackson. Leads to a banker up, no good. Evans missed a short shot. He's their long-range shooter. He probably felt in uncharted waters with the lay-in. And that's a big miss and cleanup by the Gators.
Yeah. Evans caught the ball there in the middle of the paint. Went, oh, I'm in the middle of the paint. Oh, shoot. I got to get it up.
Not his comfy spot. Throw ahead Monroe. Monroe on the run. Bounce pass left block to the big boy. Had it swatted from behind. That was Jackson with a swat, throw ahead, and a foul. And it's going to go on the Cosmos. Here's another look at this block.
What a chase down block there. I mean, you can see this Hamtramck team, they may, get out of position on defense for half a second, but DJ Foster makes sure that they are working to get back in that right spot and at least, try to help. Try to save the day, get back in the play. Even if you get beat, the play's not over.
The man with that swat is the transfer from centerline prep and the 6'3" guard, Tyron Jackson. He averages 3 swats a game. Meanwhile, Avi Jimenez will go line right, the 5'11" guard, and he knocks in the first. He'll get one more.
Yeah, Coach talked about Avi's shooting ability. I expect him to be able to knock down from outside today and really expand their offense. He mentioned he's one of their better shooters, especially off the bench. He's their best scorer off the bench.
The Gators are coming off a loss in Pontiac to Notre Dame Prep, 67-53 back on the 31st of January as well. Cosmos right to left, another triple attempt. Heel off, no. Fight for the offensive glass. Saved on that left baseline by Omar Young Jr. Shot up good, and the foul. That's Jackson again. Action Jackson, hoop in the harm.
Ooh, what a filthy little Euro step there, Ooh, ooh. Hey, ah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Little Euro step. It'll even make a European blush. Timeout on the floor will take it with them. 67 seconds to go in the first. Cosmos pulling out to a 4-point lead. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
The hoop and the harm, Tyron Jackson trying to finish it. Strong, athletic kid. 21 points on the year to lead this club. Division II offers. You're seeing why. Missed the freebie, though. 60 seconds left. 4-point lead for the home team.
Yeah, Jackson's had a bit of a rough shooting start, but you can see it in his stroke. It's there. He gets good elevation. He's got a good form. And I can see why some college programs are going to be interested in him the way he's defending, too.
Yeah, pretty strong-looking kid. Balanced. Gators with a patient set. On the top side weave, Ken White. Banker up, no good. Cosmos want to run it. Omar Young Jr., the 6-foot senior, kick back. Dancing around the corner, top side. Share to the Sugar, another 3. No good this time from Jackson. And the Gators clear with Jaden Edwards, their top scorer from a year ago.
Yeah, you saw it on the drive before. Jackson pump fake a little bit, get to that lane. He Euro'd a guy. He's got the ability. I think he's got to get to the rim a little bit here.
Yep. Ken White Jr. with a 10-footer that fades in freshly. Back to a 2-point game. Final second of the half or the quarter, and that's off range. But back and forth we go. Arbor Prep on the road. Down 4, cuts it in half before the end of the first. Back to Hamtramck for the second quarter on the Preps coverage right after this.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
That's DJ Foster. Happy birthday to DJ Foster. 47 years old and 8th season as a head coach, 12th season overall. and a guy that started at Detroit Crockett, Coach of the Year in 19 and 20, and the Detroit News and Free Press Coach of the Year in 21-22. District champs in 22, a 37-year drought. And he went to Grand Rapids Community College in Marygrove. It's his birthday today, and there's the birthday boy, DJ Foster. Loves his community. He's come back here, and he gives. And this community is the benefactor of DJ Foster and his fine efforts.
Absolutely. And, you know, there's a lot of things that you can say that are great about Coach Foster, but I think my favorite thing about him is his ability to hold his players, you know, to a standard.
Yeah.
And you know, he does that through their GPAs. He you know, higher standards than MHSAA sets, and says, you know, you got to be good in the classroom to play on my team. That's it, period.
Yep. High standards all around. Shot up and good. That's Mixon with a floater in the paint. Back to a 4-point bump for the Cosmos. Trying for their 11th win of the year. Nowhere to go in the corner, double team. And that is going to stay the way of the Gators of Arbor Prep.
Yeah, Arbor's got to find a way to move the ball a little bit more effectively here. You know, they held their own in that first quarter, even though they seemed to give up a lot of transition points. But, you know, the offense seemed sloppy almost the whole quarter.
Yeah.
They got to clean it up.
Arbor Prep has a win over Detroit Country Day. Came on the 17th of January, a 3-point win in Beverly Hills. They also have a win over Gabriel Richard, a team that we broadcasted a week or so ago. So, out of Division 3. 3-ball no good. Cosmos on the run +4, 1 minute into the second quarter. Right wing three, long for the senior, Omar Young Jr., the 6-foot guard. And the rebound rolled off to KJ Roberts, who sets up this offense.
Yeah, you saw that last possession. They moved the ball effectively. Here's a drive.
Too strong, bounces up, hits off the top pole in the stanchion. They'll wave that off. It actually went through. This deserved to go down. My goodness, how about the hop? And it comes back through the net? Are you kidding me? Give him the points.
Yeah. I mean, they can't seem to buy a bucket in the first quarter. That give
Could
them
do
the
that
bucket.
Yeah, and big. I mean, it's undeniable. You're winning. Floater, game fresh. That's Young. Omar Young Jr. forces a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Cosmos with their largest lead of 6. Austin, you look inside the numbers, all of a sudden the Cosmos defense shining brightly. Here's another look at that floater.
Yeah, that's a great floater. And you're right, the Havoc defense, it's led to bad possessions as you get a look at Joseph McKinney, coach for Arbor Prep.
McKinney in his second year as an assistant coach and recruiting coordinator at Schoolcraft, and was also at Wyandotte Roosevelt High School. How about it? Nate the Skate is in here. He's a Wyandotte guy now. I digress. He went to Southgate Anderson, a 2011 grad, and he also does online learning coordination and achievement and behavior support specialist. Proud father of 3 children under 4 years old. Give that man a high five and a hug and a massage. I've got 2 under 4, and he's got 3. I can only imagine. God bless.
That has got to be a loud household.
Yep. A lot of noise and a lot of love, I'm sure. And tonight, his Gators on the road trying to pull the upset. Short corner right floater, no good. Second chance opportunity. Top side triple. And Ken White Jr. can't get it to fall. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Arbor Prep.
Yeah, and Ken White, you know, he's struggling a little bit from the outside early, but I'd like to see him get to the basket and, you know, facilitate his teammates a little bit more. That's a great pass right there, leading to a bucket.
Sure is. Ball out of bounds play finds Jaden Edwards for an easy one. And a good call from Joseph McKinney. 14-10. Ball tapped away. Loose ball. Gators pick it up. 2 on none. And the hammer. And the right-hander from Zach Birdberry at 6'4". He's got D3 and JUCO interest, and don't look now, it's a 2-point game, Austin.
Yeah, coach says Birdberry's kind of a big guy for default for them, and you can kind of see it. He's got some good guard skills and gets to the hole pretty well there.
Yeah, he got out and ran pretty well in transition. Freshly into the game is Baron McDaniels, and he buries one cold off that bench, and it gets the Cosmos back up to a 5-point lead with 5:05 to go until halftime.
Yeah, I'm curious about the depth and how that's going to affect each team today. You know, Hamtramck runs 10 guys. You know, Arbor Prep leads towards 7.
Yep, and both paces pretty fast, right? Gators maybe a little slower, but foul on the floor. So Cosmos will go back to that bench again. TJ Evans will sit, along with Tyree Sanders. And returning to the game is Polk, along with Jackson. Into the corner, it's Higgs. Now Monroe to the cutting, banking, shot making, Birdberry good. Hoop in the arm, and the Gators won't go away, and the big boy has been the storyline early.
Yeah, he's got 4 and 4 early, a chance to go to the line, get a 3-point play here. He's been really impressive. And, you know, his guard skills show, but big guy by default, I'm not seeing it. He's playing big time inside.
Really has. Coach was raving about him, willing to do the dirty work. Not really looking to score, but if he has to be that guy, he'll be that guy, and he has been tonight, despite missing. The road team trails by a field goal. 4:40 left. Cosmos trying to push this lead against the 2-3 playing Gators. What do you have to play against if you're playing against the 2-3 and you're the Cosmos offensively right now? What are you trying to do?
You just got to move the ball and cut, get the ball in the middle.
And kick to the corner for 3. That's McDaniels again. Back-to-back bangers from the bench. And it's a 6-point Cosmo lead.
Yeah, coach says don't let him get hot.
He's hot right now. Floater in the paint, contact, no call. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Gators as the Cosmos will go back to their bench, and their 6'7" Curtis Flagg will check in. But there's the en fuego shooter right now, Austin.
Yeah, that's an in-rhythm shot. That's what all shooters want, just in rhythm.
You bet. Dribble drive, banker, no good. That came off the hand of Roberts. Back the other way, lob to Flagg, banker good. And a fresh find from Polk. And the Cosmos have their largest lead of 8.
Yeah, Flagg has really impressed me so far. Every single time he's touched the ball or been involved in the play, it just seems like he is the most dominant player in that play.
Pretty poised, pretty under control too. Space, block, Flagg had it, and the lay-in good. And another impressive shot by Zach Birdberry over some size. He's been their best player so far in this game. Give him 6.
Yeah, I'm surprised Baron McDaniels didn't go ahead and pull that himself. You know, he hits 2 straight and then gives that one up. It's an unselfish play. It really is. It's the right pass, but you'd like to see him take that shot.
Yep. Another kick down low to Birdberry. Great footwork. Shot up and good. He's got 8 and 6. Birdberry's been the best in the building, and Arbor Prep is within 4 of Hamtramck.
Yeah, he's kind of bossing up on Curtis Flagg down there. He's got a size disadvantage, but he doesn't really care.
Nope. Flagg with a couple of points. But how about that shot? That's smooth. That's down. That's Polk again. Carion, 3.8 GPA. One of the best things you can say about that young man.
I mean, that was just a kiss off the glass. That was some absolutely smooth touch.
Smooth smoocher. Fader, short corner, blocked again by Flagg. Is that 2 or 3?
That might be 4.
It might be. Jackson to the rack. Shot up, no. Shared the sugar to Young. He says, I'll finish it myself. Thank you very much. And he does. How about it? Fader off that 1 foot. He's got 7 in this game, Austin.
Yeah, you can't sleep on this Hamtramck team for half a second. They will grab the ball. Doesn't matter where offensively or defensively. Chad Bush making the play on the sideline.
Active hands down here under the net. Oh, yeah. I got one hand on my famous Amos cookies and one on the ball. How about that shot?
An impressive fader from Mr. Jackson.
Yes, sir. So it's been the Hamtramck shooting from distance from McDaniel. 6 points off the bench. 6 points from Polk and 7 from Jackson. Meanwhile, it's been 8 points from Bird, Berry, and nobody else with more than 4. That's White. McDaniels again. Somebody stop that masked man. He's got a hot 9 to lead the building. And the Cosmos have jumped out by 11.
Arbor Prep better figure out where he is on the court and real quick.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. That's a boo-boo on Ken White Jr., the 10th grader. Back to McDaniels.
Yeah. He's just going to catch and pull now. He made that extra pass last time. He said, no, I ain't doing it again. I ain't doing it.
Oh, the senior. Perfect. Jump shot, no. Stick back, no. Can they get a third crack? Flag says yes. Give it to my man. Long corner right. Shot good. That's Polk again. And Polk has 8 points.
You know, that was really impressive by Barry McDaniels there. I said he wasn't going to make the extra pass, and he did, and it was the perfect pass.
Yep. Impressive performance by the Cosmos the last couple minutes. We're back in a moment. This is the Preps coverage.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Asian corned beef, oh boy, the corned beef egg rolls, they're famous, they're delicious. Go find them, asiancornedbeef.com. They're on Facebook, Instagram, they got all the goods. Just the perfect hit with that cheese and the corned beef, and it just oozed right with the sauce, the duck sauce. Man, are we lucky and blessed. Thank you to DJ Foster for hooking us up.
Yeah, it's my favorite meal of the year every year.
I told him, I said, now the crew's been asking me and texting me all day. Alex Westfall even got himself an open mind tonight and crawled inside those corned beef egg rolls, and I think he found a home.
How could you not?
Exactly. Short corner right, harassment, and it's a double dribble thanks to the pressure on ball by the Cosmos. This is what DJ's defense does.
Yeah, it's just fun to watch. They're just havoc. They say, ooh, ball, 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 ball. I'm going to go get the ball, ball, ball. Little Bobby Boucher in them, you know?
Look at you. Man, oh man, what a good movie reset. Bobby Boucher. Well, all right, this is Tyron Jackson. 3-level score. We've seen it at all 3 levels tonight. Into the short corner to Polk. Fader, shot short, active hands, rebound, and a kick back to the cutter. It's Polk again, no good, but the Cosmos will keep it. Ball out of bounds, baseline left, leading by 13, 0.7 seconds to go. You can only get a tip dunk here. And DJ Foster wants to set this ball out of bounds play up, Austin. And what would you throw in here?
I mean, you got a lot of athleticism from Flag, and he seems to be jumping and just playing above the rest already. So, yeah. I mean, you draw up a play for him.
Yeah.
You say, throw it at the rim. Somebody throw it at the rim, and he goes and gets it.
We have yet to see the 6'10 Kenneth Towns in this game. The De La Salle transfer. He's played a couple of games. Did we see him for a minute?
Yeah,
did he check in?
I think he checked in for just a minute there.
Okay, my bad. So we haven't seen a ton of them, but this might be a time to put him in. However, not here, not now. There he is. Watch this man, Flag. And the down screen, there it is, alley-oop, and that is mistimed, and that's how the half ends. So the Cosmos with their largest lead of the game as we close out the second quarter, a deep run, and it came by way of Daniels off the bench, 9 points in the second quarter. We're coming back with analysis, highlights, and much, much more. You're watching the Cosmos at Arbor Prep on the Prep.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio. and this is HVAC.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
My time to shine. Let's go.
Got it! Splash!
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Well, the first half, a block party for a while for the Cosmos. Slow to get to the offensive end, but Austin, this was a game that would slow down a bit for the Cosmos. Their defense would settle in and would start all the scoring that they would need in this first half.
Yeah, you saw, 8 turnovers from Arbor Prep in the first half and 8-2 in the turnover differential. That's a tough battle to win in the scoring books if you're turning the ball over too much. You can't really get in a rhythm offensively, and you've seen it with their stars.
8 points for Polk in the starting lineup, along with Jackson with 7, but the real story and the surprise has been McDaniels. He told us he can get going and rip it, did DJ Foster, but he was really part of the storyline in the first, along with those other 2 lead guys.
Yeah, McDaniels 3 for 3 from 3 in the first half. But, he passed up a couple more and made the right play doing it. And that's really what impressed me the most was his ability to, hey, I'm hot, but this guy's wide open.
Meanwhile, another guy, pleasant surprise for Ypsilanti Arbor Prep. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a perfect 4-4 for Bird Berry. He had an impressive first half. Meanwhile, the top 3 players, just 2 of 15 for Ann Arbor Prep.
Yeah, and 2 of 15, it's just not going to get it done again any night. You have a rough shooting night, you really got to find different ways to score. And I wouldn't say it's much of a surprise for Coach that Bird Berry is putting on the show that he is for them in the first half. He is a scorer for them. He just doesn't do it very often.
Right. All right, we'll have second half action when we come back to a action-packed Hamtramck Comet Gym. Right now, the home team with its largest lead of the game of 13 points. In a first half that saw 4 lead changes. Back with more after this.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
The shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
More wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
All right, some quick scores to pass along. Number 1, Detroit UD Jesuit trails Warren Lincoln, number 6 or so in the state, by 3 points. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you. Warren Lincoln, 12-4, UD 15-1, but really that loss was a forfeit due to using some ineligible players. On the court, they're undefeated, and you can call them what you want, but they've been the top team in the state so far this year. Meanwhile, Hudsonville Unity Christian knocks off Zeeland West 67-25. Dearborn knocks off Westland John Glenn. North Farmington leads Clarkston 19-18 in a battle in the OAA Red. Chippewa Valley leads Warren De La Salle by 2. De La Salle 4-11 on the year. Chippewa Valley 13-5, but this should be a fabulous finish. De La Salle's record doesn't tell their whole story. Marysville
knocked off St. Clair Shores, Lake Shores 46-39. Cranbrook Kingswood knocked off Madison Heights Lamphere 55-52. Martin Luther King, George Ward Jr.'s group, now 14-3. They knock off Detroit Communication, Media, and Arts. And Ferndale leads West Bloomfield 59-40. Those are the scores from around the league. One more, Berkeley and Stony Creek are tied at 49. Chad Bush, Austin Sonnenberg back with you. Thank you, Jamie Janssen, for the stats and the scores. Austin, your thoughts on what both teams need to try to get done here in the second half to come out victorious?
You know, Hamtramck just needs to stay the course. They need to continue to roll with their defense and getting out in transition, sharing the basketball, moving it effectively, staying on the glass. They are leading the rebound battle in the first half, 23-16. You know, and Arbor Prep just needs to do one thing and one thing very well: protect the basketball. If you can protect the basketball, you know, maybe get some smarter shots, you know, life will come together. The game will come together.
Turnovers was a storyline in the first half. Just 2 turnovers for the Cosmos. And as Austin mentioned, Arbor Prep a little loose with a handle. 8 turnovers in the first half. All right, it is Gator basketball to start the second half. They will go right to left. And we thank you for watching on this Tuesday night, wherever you are, in this wonderful month of February. It starts out kind of chilly and it gets warm, and by the end of the month, you feel like you're going to be golfing soon, or be married soon, or something.
Some of us.
Or maybe all of it. Free throw line crossover down the avenue. Bank shot, no. Offensive rebound for Arbor Prep. No good. A third crack at the can is what the Gators will get here. They come out hungry.
Yeah, you can tell the coach really drilled into them that offensive rebound battle. They were losing it in the first half, and they automatically crashed right away.
Yep. Down 13, their largest deficit. This is Edwards, who has started slow in this game. Edwards, 1 of 5. He does have 4 rebounds, an assist and a steal. This is their top scorer in the first half. Clean look for his teammate, KJ Roberts. Splash City. First triple of the game for the Gators in 5 tries, and it couldn't come at a better time. They cut it to 10.
Yeah, they moved the ball really well on that possession, waiting for the smart right shot.
Speaking of moving the ball well on a possession, the Cosmos come back and have a very good clean look. Miss it from the corner. Transition the other way. Corner 3. Back-to-backers. No good. Another offensive rebound, yes, sir, and a foul on the Cosmos. And that'll go on number 5, Gabe Mills, the 3.5 GPA junior at 6'2".
Yeah, you can tell Arbor Prep would have liked to see him knock that down, you know, hit a couple straight, get hot. But, you know, as long as you keep getting those open shots, good things are going to happen. Indeed.
Arbor Prep finished 13-12 last year. They returned most of their team, 7 seniors, 2 juniors. Again, they play independent league ball, just like the Cosmos. But the Cosmos on the move to the Charter School League next year. Shot was blocked by Flag again, his 5th. Throw ahead, baseline feed too far. And now the Gators will run it back the other way with a 3-on-2. Leading the charge. Kick out, open 3 look. Edwards, no. And Flag cleans it up and throws it right sideline.
Flag is just all over the place on the defensive end. It is so impressive how he's able to go one side to the other.
Really is. Mixon misses the 3, save in the corner. No, it'll stay with the Cosmos. Leading by 10. The only scoring in the second half so far through 2 minutes and 9 seconds is that triple by Arbor Prep, their first of the game.
Yeah, neither team has shot the ball particularly well tonight, as we've seen, but the Cosmos have been able to move the ball a little bit more and create that defensive stop.
You bet. Stepping into a 16-footer. Count it for Gabe Mills. Good-looking jumper by the smooth operator who plays 3 sports and does it them all pretty well. Short corner right shot, too strong by Zach Birdberry. Double B with a miss. He averages 9 points and 9 rebounds a game. Top scorer right now. Missed shot, foul on the floor. It's going to go on the Gators, I believe. And I take that back. It'll go on Hamtramck. And here's the whistle and the call. What'd you see?
I'm not too sure on what the call was there, honestly. It could have been a flag foul, I guess, but that's about all I could see.
Okay. That's fair. I didn't see it either. Pass to the cutter, out of bounds. Gators turn it over for the 10th time tonight, and that's been a bugaboo for them.
Yeah, it's just a little too sloppy. Oh, yeah, you bow those elbows, you're going to get somebody. You can't do that. Can't extend past the contort of your body.
So the foul was on Flag. Gamble for the pick there. And the Cosmos trying to make it burn with a second chance. Crossover down the avenue. Lay-in, no. Ironed unkind. Cosmos with a third crack. And it's too firm off the shins and a foul from behind. A frustration one at that on Flag. That'll be his third foul, back-to-back fouls on Flag, and those are significant ones. We'll see if DJ doesn't go back to his bench here. And we'll see if his Gator club can't cut into this 12-point hole on the road. Pull up, tough shot, too strong, and that's exactly what the Cosmos would love.
Yeah, you can't take that shot if you're looking to get back in this game.
Cosmos defense will make you settle. Splash City from the right side. That's Gabe Mills. Late call into the starting lineup, Austin, and he has done well in this second half.
He is such a well-rounded player. He does everything very well, and you can tell that his teammates don't care. You can shoot, you can pass, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, very well-connected team. DJ Foster really enjoys this team. Says the motto is do your job. Defensively, they do their job there. And the steal missed the dunk. And Arbor Prep somehow comes out clean. Good hands by Monroe. Throw ahead. Roberts, KJ to the rack. Blocked by Flag. His 6th of the game. 2-on-1 developing. Cosmo lob. Hammered down. Oh, Curtis Flag. Forget about it. And the biggest lead of the night, it's 17.
Man, he is a rim runner. You just point and say run, and he's going to go get the ball. He's going to make a play.
You said it. There's a cut. There's a pick. Tyron Jackson with it. Pushing. Corner. 3. No. Flag with a tap, and the Gators come out of it. But not before they're down 17 with 3 to go in this third. And in deep trouble in uncharted waters in Hamtramck. We'll take a timeout with them. 17-point lead for the home club on their bench boss's birthday. A little hammer time from Curtis Flag.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
The Cosmos, what a tradition. Regional championship in 22 and a district title that had never happened. Well, it happened, but it was 37 years prior to, and DJ brought it back home where it belonged. Chuck Bailey III, one of their notable alumni. Chuck's out at Nevada right now, and originally went to Evansville, committed there, played there, third-team All-Stater, and All-Missouri Valley bench team in his first season for the Aces of Evansville, and the MVC Freshman of the Week 4 times. Went to Nevada, and he's averaging about 10 minutes a game off the bench, but look, this kid's going to play some minutes. His daddy was a big-time player at Michigan, and there's some good ones that have come through here. He's definitely not the only one. Robert Davis Jr. is absolutely crushing it at Old Dominion right now, putting up about 20 points a game. And we'll feature him next time we get the Cosmos. But a lot of players through this rich history, and DJ Foster has really poured his heart and love into this program and this community, and it's paying dividends not just at the high major level, Austin, but look at all these levels. Look at all these guys. Forget the level. They're playing college basketball and going to college.
Yeah, and that's really what you want out of a high school basketball coach, isn't it? I mean, just the ability grow boys into men, you know, get them to the next level, get them to where they want to go.
Yep.
Because it's not about what the coach wants, what the program wants. It's about what's best for the kid, and that's what DJ Foster does a great job of doing, is finding out what is going to serve the kid the best.
Right on. Rip drive, good pass to the right block, didn't get rewarded, it should have, and he says, I'll take it myself. Can't finish the deal, and the Cosmos just sticky-fingered, come out with a clean. Throw ahead. Tyron. And that's a foul on the attack. It'll go on Arbor Prep.
I want it to be noted that there was 2 dribbles that the Cosmos took from this basket to that basket, and that is just great team basketball.
Advancing that basketball without the dribble. Coaches rave about that. Pass the ball up the court. 3-ball no for Dev Mixon. Offensive stick back good for Mr. Polk. His friends call him Duty, and we'll call him that too.
Sure will. We'll call him whatever he wants. That's a little fella playing big boy ball.
Just don't call him late for dinner, especially when those corned beef egg rolls are on the menu. I know you tapped those a couple times.
Absolutely.
Avi Jimenez is in. Back to Jaden Edwards. And all kinds of pressure defense. Spin out of it. Monroe dumped down right block, and this time it's rewarded with Jalen Rambus, the junior forward, who lays it in. Dead spot right. Nobody's going to check. The dangerous shooter, Tyron Jackson, from distance.
Yeah, somebody should probably step out on that, man.
Jackson having a big night. 10 points to Ty Polk for the high in the building. Spin Jimenez to the back cutter. Shot rejected again. Get out of here. Jaden Smith did it to him that time. Another 3. That's long. And Arbor Prep cleans it up.
That was a bit of a heat checker there.
Steele, Young, shot rejected. Edwards says enough of that. I'm not going to be a spectator anymore. I'm going to participate in this block party. And boy, did he climb the ladder.
Yeah, you know, Arbor Prep they've clearly struggled a little bit on offense today, but you can't say enough about the effort that they're putting in. Not one time have they quit on anything. We got block party all over the place.
Elite shot blocking. Did you see the back-to-back bangers? And how about the DJ here, just stirring up all kinds of fun in that corner. We're hearing it from all the different eras, and boy, the sound just hits you right. There he is. I'm gonna hire him for my 4-year-old's party. It'll go well with the Barbie bounce house, I think. Free throws, not something we've seen a ton of in this game. Just 3 of them in the contest for Hamtramck. 7 of them for Arbor Prep.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a ton of fouls today. It's been a fairly clean game, and even with the travels and the turnovers have really been errant passes or steals. Not so many unforced errors and mistakes.
Mm-hmm. This is Justin Monroe, a guy who was a 5-quarter player last year. 5-quarter, of course, means you play both JV and varsity. A guy that really has some sound athleticism and length, known for his defense. Has some good family bloodlines back to the Belleville teams of 2005 and 6. And he had a tough assignment tonight guarding that man, Tyron Jackson, who took off from the runway. Couldn't get it to go down, but the show was worth it. And Tyron saves it off the noggin of Avi Jimenez. It's been that kind of night, but how about the Hamtown hustle that continues?
I mean, you blow the dunk at one end. It's a little upsetting. A lot of guys would hang their heads. Not Jackson. Head down, but it's to sprint back and get on defense.
Impressive. Left wing 3, heat checker, well off. Was it a pass? It was. Long corner right before the horn at the corner. And count it for TJ Tavares Evans. 20 points the other night in 7 minutes against East English Village. And he handles himself just fine with a clean look from the corner.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off.
it's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
The famous corned beef egg rolls from Asian Corned Beef, just delicious. The cheese, the corned beef, it all hit just so right. 3 locations to serve you. Go find them. And just a delicious melody of a couple of foods coming together. You get the Asian cuisine coming together with the Irish cuisine, and it's something special. Splash City from the corner. That's TJ Evans. Back-to-back buckets for the 4-year guy. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, they got a couple of microwaves on this team.
Really is. Back the other way. That's a fine-looking stroke, and that's Jaden Edwards, guy that they're used to being one of their lead scorers. Just hasn't been able to find the stroke tonight, but this is what this guy's done all year.
Yeah, they've had a rough shooting night from the floor for sure. You know, it's tough when you can't find the bottom of the basket and you're getting the open looks, but they haven't suffered in effort at all, and they've continued to push after the basketball, push after on defense. You know, you see it there. They kind of dive in on a foul even.
That's got to be encouraging for the head coach, Joseph McKinney. We've got a scoring update from Jan's scoring desk. Grand Blanc beat Flint Powers tonight, 71-69, and Warren Lincoln knocks off #1 Detroit UD Jesuits 66-65. A couple of top-ranked teams in Division I and II going down big time.
Yeah, those are some surprising finals. I mean, not Warren Lincoln so much. We've seen them for a couple years now. They got some players, and they can compete with anybody on any given night, especially if the Blackwell brothers are hot.
Did you see we've got peppermint bark still around? Usually this is long gone. I think this is the delicacy here.
I already thanked Mrs. Westfall for it.
Oh, Janice. Thank you. I didn't know they still had that around.
I know. I was pretty excited when I saw it.
Man, it'll be around long. KJ Roberts misses the free throw.
I'm being directed to pass the peppermint bark.
No. No, wait a minute. Says who? All right. Fine, here. It's really good. I think I oversold it a bit to the crew.
Oh.
Well, it came from the Westfall house, so I guess Alex could have some.
Yeah. He's earned that privilege.
He giveth, he taketh. A little 2-2-1 press. Hamtramck will find the corner and find the bottom of the rim. Tavares Evans with another triple, his 3rd of the night.
Hotter than a fox in a forest fire.
And how about that corner, Jay? And you see Jaden Edwards and what he can do with his 15 points a game. Another corner triple. This time it's long. Big boy rebound by Zach Bird-Berry. His number's right about at a season average. Float game, no. Tip back, no good. And the Cosmos fight and turn it out thanks to Tyree Sanders. Heat check 3 again. No. Hustle in the corner by Leonard Glover, the 6'1 senior. And watch out for that DJ. Be careful over there. Some expensive equipment. Throw ahead, open, and throw down out of nowhere. Bird-Berry went flying. And his beak nearly hit the rim.
Yeah, 2nd of the day for Bird-Berry. That guy can get up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Splash City the other way. Another triple. TJ Evans did it again. Evans 3 of 5 from downtown. Sorry, partner.
Just keep shooting. That's all I'm going to say. Just keep shooting.
Why not? There's a push out of bounds. It's going to go on Arbor Prep's KJ Roberts. Here's another look at that throwdown by Zach Burberry.
Put him on a bit of a poster there, didn't he?
Kinda, yeah. Sneakily. Innocently enough, but I think so.
It was a little bit of a nice guy poster. It was a, hey, here I am, let me dunk the ball.
It was a nice guy poster. I like that term. William Champagne will check in for the Cosmos. Tyree Sanders riding the defender, Ken White. Corner three again, no. And the save out of bounds, Cosmos will keep it somehow.
It's just effort. I mean, it's all effort. You see it from every single player on their team. They just get after the boards.
You bet. Kick out three again. This time it's McDaniels up to his old tricks. How about it? 4 of 6 from downtown. Give him a dozen. And McDaniels staying hot.
I mean, what's that? That's 7 of 11 between McDaniels and Evans.
Yeah.
And most of them coming in the second half.
10 of 26 as a team.
I mean, that's just an onslaught.
I'm winning in an onslaught against these peppermint bark minis from Ghirardelli.
Yeah, there are a few rappers hanging out down there, that's for sure.
Yep. Alex Westfall took the rest. Missed dunk the other way. Rip drive, Champagne. Attack right of the rim, foul, and one. Hoop in the harm, and KJ Roberts lets out a frustration screech.
Yeah, you can see KJ is really not happy with the way his boys have played today. He's kind of taking it personal in the second half, and he's been their most effective player for sure today. And other than Birdberry, obviously.
Yep.
But White or Roberts has been good today, and you can tell his frustration is kind of getting the best of him a little bit. But it's a good and one right there.
He's a smart cookie in the classroom. 3.94 GPA. Team captain, 3-year varsity guy, and guy they really trust on this team. Gets a rejection there on the attack from Sanders. Stick around after this one's said and done. We'll have our G of the game. I know you went to G Brand today, saw the great folks over there. Leslie and Brian, you got some hats, a nice new sleeve.
Nice.
They're looking pretty smooth.
Oh, clean as ever.
Yeah. Lob play into the Tyron Jackson, who floats it in. Boy, he's a smooth-looking athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really impressed me tonight. He hasn't even shot the ball that well, and I mean, he's clearly the most dominant player on the floor.
12 points to tie for the team high and the building high. Birdberry with 10 for Arbor Prep. Whistle on the floor.
Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard, you break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back.
Yeah, Jackson's really done a good job filling up the stat sheet. I know he's got a couple blocks to go along with 7 rebounds and 5 assists too. I mean, like I said, he hasn't shot the ball particularly well, but he's been effective.
Yep. DJ Foster says this team is peaking at the right time. Really likes where this team's at. Team on the rise. Hammer couldn't fall for Zach Birdberry the other way. Shot up short. Rebound by Ken White after the miss from William Champagne. Edwards. Shot no. Stick back good. That's Zach Birdberry. And that is Jaden Edwards, who fell down hard and or awkwardly. Meanwhile, 59-32 with 3:21 left. Here's another look at the end of that transition bucket. As Jaden Edwards is slow to get up. See the drive.
You love the effort here by Edwards. It's unfortunate. You don't want to see anybody go down with an injury. It was definitely an awkward landing there on that right leg.
Yep.
You can see the ref coming in right away before he even really is in pain. You can just see, although it looks just to be cramp a little bit maybe. hopefully.
Yep. So we'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds, you're watching Prep's coverage of primetime basketball.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
So the young man, Jaden Edwards, is up. Huge part of this team. Again, leading scorer last year, second leading scorer this year. And a big part of what this program's all about. Part of the 7 seniors. And Arbor Prep, Division III school, looking to make a run. And look, they were up against it today with a Division I team. It's really good defensively. The record just doesn't show how good Hamtramck is and how deep they are, Austin.
Yeah, Hamtramck, they do it every year. DJ Foster prepares them well. He wants to play one of the hardest schedules in the state, and he doesn't really care much what the regular season record is, and I don't really blame him because it doesn't matter much for the playoffs.
Yep, that's it. 3 no good. Rebound ripped off by Champagne. Lob play, baseline runner, no. About the only thing Tyron Jackson couldn't flush tonight. Meanwhile, another ejection for Flag going up. And Flag and Jeremiah Higgs are talking. And here's another look at the block.
I mean, Flag's athleticism tonight, he's just little boyed him. He said, son. Like, and there's really not much the guy can say back. I mean, he did draw the foul, but I don't know how much of one it was.
I just watched Flag. He went up to the little fella and said, look, just pump fake me next time. And he said, don't tell me that. Arbor Prep, 10-5 on the year, 280 students. We told you they're Division III. They are the reigning district champions. And you'll recall their alumni, of course, Maya Money Petticord. 22 grad, led Arbor to the Division III state title in girls basketball, 23 points a game. Reverse lay-in good, that's 14 points now for the big Zach Bird-Berry, the 6'4" center.
Yeah, to go along with 8 boards, he's been really active on the glass and been their best interior player for sure.
Hot knife through butter, the attack by Tyrese Sanders. Sanders with 4 points. Shot short, batted up, pulled down by the 10th grader Higgs. And the right block, patient lay-in, and Zach Bird-Berry continues to impress.
Yeah, there's that pump fake you talked about on Flag. You got him up in the air twice. He is really shot block hunting right now, and it's his over-aggressiveness is getting the best of him a little bit.
Yeah, now he's talking to Flag. Everybody's having some fun. Splash City, left wing triple, Tyron. With one more for the books before the benches clear here. And now they do. McDaniel says, get me back in this game.
Yeah, Jackson's really had a dominant second half. He started off a little slow, obviously being not so hot from the floor. And the shooting hasn't gotten much better. There we see it. Happy birthday, Coach.
Yes, 47 years young, DJ Foster, Hamtramck's finest, proud Cosmo. The birthday boy, what else could you ask for? He got some Dutch Girl donuts from us. We just had to reciprocate a little bit after all the delicious food he gave us from our friends at Asian Corned Beef. There he is. That's the other side of the bench. That's the head coach for Arbor Prep. That's Joseph McKinney. Mama said there'd be days like this. He knows his group will be back and they'll face their regular Division III competition, and they'll try to make a run in their district. Meanwhile, the district, Austin, is not friendly or easy for Hamtramck. Let's be real. They've got #1 UAD in their district, along with Warren Fitzgerald, Renaissance, and Mumford. That's a grinder of a district that DJ and his club's going to face.
It is, and it's interesting because, at this point in time, UAD obviously one of the most dominant teams in the state, but you can see any of those teams coming out of there on the right given night.
Yeah.
I mean, Renaissance gets hot, Hamtramck gets hot. It's anybody's ball game any night.
And Warren Fitz has been a surprise this year. I know we've had him right in at the 10th spot, but there was a win tonight for Warren Lincoln, knocking off UAD Jesuit. And I know the Huntman's not happy down there with all that, but yeah, he's just being told now. And hey, look, I mean, there's some good teams, and if you're going to take an L, now's the time to take it before the state tournament. We saw St. Mary's go on last year to win the state title after they lost to UAD in the regular season.
Yeah.
And UAD did not have a real loss. I mean, they had an ineligible player that, you know, whatever. I fully respect the MHSAA's decision, but you know what I mean. On-court losses we can talk about as being real. Rip drive, baseline shot up, no. That's the 5-quarter kid Dave Dalton, who they really like. Bright future, 3-ball, not the prettiest, but they've got high aspirations for this 5-quarter kid. Throw ahead to the corner, McDaniels, why not? And that's his first miss from distance tonight. As this game is all but in the books. Top side triple short and ball out of bounds. And stick around, we'll have our G of the game after this one's all said and done. Arbor Prep's last possession, and that's how it will end, fittingly enough, with turnovers, their 15th of the night.
Yeah, it don't matter to Hamtramck who's on the floor. They're just going to pressure you.
36 minutes of it. Crossover corner kick, open 17-footer, no good. And that's how this one ends. 28-point win for the Cosmos, their 11th win of the year. They knock off the Gators, who battled early, but not enough on the road on this Tuesday night. We'll come back with our G of the game right after this. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Time now for our G of the game. It's none other than Tyron Jackson. A big night, stuffed the stat sheet, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals.
Yes, sir.
You feeling really comfortable as a Cosmo? I know you're in your first year here. How have you fit in, and what have you noticed about the culture here that Coach DJ has set for you guys?
I feel really good about being here. You know, the culture here is amazing. Like, everybody be engaged in everything we do. We have fun during practice. Even though it's competitive, it still be fun. And that's how we're able to come out and win games like this.
You guys seem to be so unselfish with the basketball, so relentless on the defensive end. How much of an adjustment was it coming over from prep school, having to really adjust to the defensive, relentless pursuit that Coach DJ expects?
It's really just it's a big step, you know, learning how many different players it is, how to play with different people, you know. And we really, in practice, we really just work on swinging the ball, being unselfish like other teams, you know. The competition over here is way different, you know. We got, obviously, Summit, Orchard Lake, all that, you know. So it really has taught me a lot defensively and offensively, and also mentally, how to prepare for big games like this.
A 3-level scorer, a relentless defensive player, and you fit in quite well here.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what is next on the horizon. This team, a team that looks like they're about to hit their burst, their peak. Your coach DJ White says we're just about ready to hit our stride. We're a team on the rise. Do you agree with all that?
Yes, sir. We put in a lot of work in here. You know, a lot of running, conditioning, and also working on being disciplined as a team, so we can, like I said, come out and win games like this.
Tyron Jackson, our G of the game, a big night, stats stuffing all over the place. Congratulations, go enjoy it.
Thank you, sir, appreciate it.
All right, you bet. Our G of the game, Tyron Jackson. We're coming back to wrap things up from Hamtramck. The Cosmos get it done tonight with a 66-38 win over Arbor Prep.
My time to shine. He got it. Splash.
Put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Well, this was a ball game that early on saw 4 lead changes. Both teams struggled offensively, Austin, but things started to settle in, especially in the second half of the Cosmos. They led by 13 at the break and came out with their pants on fire in the third, gave up just 3 points in that third frame. Defensively, they were just wizards.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it all night. They're aggressive on defense, and it shows. They want to get out and run, and they did. They want to shoot the ball well. They want to share the sugar. They want everybody involved, and that's what they did. I mean, they came out and they executed their game plan to perfection.
The Cosmos would open it up to a 30-point lead at the 5:12 mark of the fourth, and they were led by our man, Tyron Jackson, the G of the game. But there were others, Austin, including McDaniels, who came in off the bench. You always need a guy that comes in off the bench that comes and pours in points and makes you feel, wait a minute, oh, we can do that too if he can do it cold coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, you got 7 triples coming off the bench. I mean, 7 triples. That's 21 points off your bench right there. And, you know, your other team only scores 38. That's an impressive showing, and that's really all you can ask for from your bench team.
No doubt, no doubt. So, other scores in this game, we talked about Kerryon Polk with 10 points in double figures. Also, TJ Evans, another guy who did not start in this game. He talked about being part of that bench brigade, hitting the threes. All in all, it was just too much for the Cosmos, but there were bright signs for Arbor Prep. The Division III school got 16 points from Zach Birdberry. He was impressive. He showed some things, 16-8. He was a good place to start. And then we did see some life late from Edwards, and we saw some abilities from KJ Roberts, and we just didn't see enough from White and some of the others. This is a team, though, that was certainly stymied by this Hamtramck defense that they're not going to see in the Division III state playoffs.
Yeah, I doubt they'll see any team anywhere near Hamtramck's capabilities on defense and their ability to make you scramble. You know, we didn't see great shooting performance from them, and that was really what it boiled down to. You know, they didn't get going early, and you know, and try to battle back with poor shooting. It's never going to really go well.
All right, well, that's going to do it for our coverage. One other note to pass along, Jam Jan and Pat the Stat. Detroit Renaissance's Lance Stone, Mr. PSL from a year ago, and the commit to Detroit Mercy set a school record tonight, 56 points scored in a game. Previous record was 55 as Renaissance beats Cody 96-19. Now then, we're back with more action to come. Stay abreast to theprepsports.com. My name is Chad Bush. We got a great crew that made this broadcast possible. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Evan Westfall on replay. Rob Hunter on graphics. Austin Sonnenberg on audio and on color commentary. Chris Armani Rose on camera 3. Pat the Stat on stats. Jamie Janssen on stats as well. Made the tough track from the Great North to make it. We appreciate it. Also want to thank our great camera crew tonight. Kyle Buchanan way up there along with Fish, who's still pounding popcorn somehow. He ate like 5 chicken fingers and a couple egg rolls. I don't know where he puts it. My name is Chad Bush saying thanks for watching. Your final score tonight, it's Hamtramck winning it 66-38 for their 11th win of the year over Ypsi Arbor Prep. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. So long.